Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 21st of December 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to see what the ladies of the Golden Girls Tarot have to say about this day. So let me show you some of the cards here. I absolutely love this deck. It's campy and colorful and full of joy. I don't know, to me this deck is just perfection. I mean, look at the Chariot here. That is a hoot, as they say. Dorothy sitting in the moon. Okay, so let me shuffle the cards a few times here. And then I'm going to choose 3 cards today to see what energy you'll be working with and what Wednesday is all about. Okay, first card is the Hierophant. Okay, I love the tarot, but my relationship with the Hierophant is the most complicated in the tarot. I find it difficult to keep my bias out of that card, so I'll go into that in a minute. Then we have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Wow. You know, the message I'm getting via these 3 cards immediately here is you have permission to pursue your hopes and dreams. You're willing to make mistakes along the way in order to get to your happy place, and you receive this gift from the universe that says you deserve to have an amazing life. And you really feel that in your bones on this day, and it empowers you, it gives you courage and strength so that you go out into the world and you discover new things that potentially can realize your hopes and dreams, and you're willing to go on the adventure. So the thing about the Hierophant, the Hierophant is the 5th card in the Major Arcana. So it's very early on in the Fool's journey. So at 0, you've got the Fool, then 1, you have the Magician, 2, the High Priestess, 3, the Empress, 4, the Emperor, and 5, the Hierophant. So it's your experience of the world, you come into it, you feel connected to the higher realms because you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Then you meet Mom and Dad, the Empress and the Emperor. And then you meet an authority figure out in the world. So the school principal, or the vicar at the church, or the person running the youth club, whatever it may be. It's an authority figure. And just because of my experience with religion, I have a complicated relationship with it because I often feel that the Hierophant is going to misinform you or give you a certain bunch of rules that you can't really follow. They're impossible to stick to. So the whole thing is not useful. It's inappropriate. It's something that makes your life smaller, not bigger. But I think that if you look at the Hierophant objectively, it's actually a really positive card. And the feeling I get from it today is the key word is permission. So let's say you do go to church and you're looking for ways to connect with your higher self in earnest, and you meet someone who's genuinely spiritual in that community, or even the leader of the community, and they give you the tools to have your own spiritual experience, then the Hierophant is incredibly useful. Like, for instance, the Hierophant that's been most useful in my life is the person who taught me how to meditate. There was a real structure associated to that. So in my case, I do transcendental meditation. So she gave me the mantra and then taught me how to use that mantra, how to meditate. And then when I did that for myself, it really opened up the spiritual realms for me. So the Hierophant was actually someone who was very, very useful, who gave me specific tools that I could then implement to have a much richer experience for myself. And I think in the ideal scenario, that's what the Hierophant is all about. It's someone who gives you useful information that you can then use to have a much richer experience. So the number 5 in numerology is about freedom. So this is spiritual freedom and strength and all this sense of I am loved, I'm connected. That means that the world is my playground and I can manifest whatever I want. So we've got Sophia here. She's wearing this red cloak. She's got a blue dress on and this purse on her lap. So red is the root chakra. It's your connection to planet Earth. And it also represents fire. So life purpose, passion, what it is you care about. Blue is emotion and it's connection to source and it's your feeling. And then the purse on her lap is value, or that's how I'm interpreting it. Let me know how you see that. But what this means to me is that this is someone who realizes that the value stems from within, the connection to the intuition, the higher self. And when that is honored in a way, you're able to manifest it in the real world so that your circumstances match your insides. And she's sitting on her throne here in between two pillars. So it's a state of being that says, I don't just exist on planet Earth, I also exist in the spiritual realms. And when I combine that dual nature of myself, that's when I can feel fulfilled in this experience I'm having as a human being. And I'm informed and I'm getting really useful guidance that helps me overcome obstacles and that allows me to get to where I want to be. So whenever you have two pillars like that, obviously it creates a doorway. So what's really accessible to you, the doorway that opens, is into the higher realms. So you'll be able to connect with your guides, your angels very easily, and you'll get information and a blessing from those higher realms that empower you and that make you feel like, not only do I have permission to pursue my own hopes and dreams, anything is possible, true love, understanding things in a way that allow me to create meaning. And it's very, very motivating in the sense that it says, go out and see what the world has to offer you and claim it. The Knight of Swords is a court card. The court cards appear as people in your life or certain characteristics. And the court cards go from the pages, which are completely inexperienced but very optimistic, to the knights, which kind of are wrestling with the energy. And this is swords, so it's the element of air. And then it goes up to the kings and queens who are in charge of that element. So the Knight of Swords is someone who is grappling with information, trying to create meaning for himself. He's trying to figure it all out. And you can see that there's a lot of movement involved here. He's charging into something and he's very committed to finding answers. So the knights are always extreme. In the Knight of Swords' case, this is someone who speaks when really it would be better to listen. But also on the flip side of that, he has amazing ideas because he is so imbalanced that someone who's more settled, they would never have those ideas because the friction isn't there. So the Knight of Swords is someone who allows you to have amazing eureka moments. The light bulb goes off and it's like, aha, I get this. So I'm going to take this information and run with it, quite literally, or ride with it. And he has amazing courage. I mean, it's the knight. So even if things don't make sense completely, he's so curious and into his own little mission that the odds of him finding real meaning are really high because he uses all his inner resources to move forward, and that's what allows him to grow and to learn from his mistakes and to really become a person who is massively informed. So you have permission here to pursue your hopes and dreams. The Knight allows you to say, it doesn't matter if I have done this before, if I've got experience or not. The only thing that's important is if I care about this person or thing or place that I'm pursuing in my life. And again, it's okay for me to go ahead and to seek it for myself. If the Knight of Swords appears as a person on this day, then it's someone who is really switched on, someone who's likely to make mistakes, but someone who can really inspire you in turn. So if this is another person who says, hey, should we go into business together? Or this is the way it is, I'm 100% right. Just kind of be a little bit skeptical about that because he is likely not to have the entire picture at his disposal. And he's just someone who's on his own little mission. So the key thing here is the willingness to go on an adventure and to learn from mistakes and to enjoy successes. And that often requires a lot of courage. But if you find you're able to do that, you get to the Ace of Cups, which is a blessing from the universe. You see this hand handing you something. You see the disembodied hand coming out of the clouds and presenting you with the Ace of Cups, which is overflowing with spiritual energy and love, a certainty that you are lovable and that the world can be incredibly rich. So that really is a gift because it gives you the certainty that you deserve the best life possible and that amazing experiences are ahead of you rather than behind you. So the best is yet to come. Altogether, you can have an amazing spiritual breakthrough. You can also understand information that was unclear in the past, and you totally are able to analyze it and make sense of it. And you also understand that because you are on earth breathing right now, you deserve every amazing thing. So on this mission, if you do go on it, you'll have a lot of amazing experiences in love, in the way you make sense of the world. And I keep getting career and work and understanding where you want to be next. So if you've been thinking of changing your career in 2023, or changing the way you present yourself, or the way you operate, the way you see the world, the way you communicate, that is all very, very pliable and adaptable on this day. And via the Hierophant, not only do you feel permission to have great experiences, you feel that it's kind of guaranteed as long as you keep moving forward. That is so empowering. So altogether, I think it's a day to broaden your horizons and to act as if the best is yet to come, because it really is. So if you align yourself with that, you're tapping into the Ace of Cups and wonderful things will be returned to you. So number-wise, we've got 5 and a court card is 1, so that's 6. And the ace also counts as 1, that's 7. 7 in numerology is the mind and creativity. So if you allow yourself to play around with your circumstances a little bit, you'll have very different and much more rewarding experiences coming in on this day and in future. So I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.